Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is DG Chichester, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the the Daredevil Podcast.
Daredevil Podcast.
Oh, okay. We've been here for 84 episodes. Look at that. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is the Devil of Hell's Kitchen.
Yep, Lilith Hellfire. I'm sure here.
Oh my, that's right, kids. Well, she got some bad finger food at that party. But yes, we're back. Talk the penultimate episode of Daredevil Born Again Season 1.
Shout out to future Lilith.
Oh, I thought maybe current Lilith would have a bunch of spirits in front of her.
No, I got the travel crud. You know how it goes.
Oh no, you get sick from your con appearance.
Of course.
Oh my.
It's just a little like sinus ear thing.
The one time she gets close to humanity.
That's why I don't bother. It was fun though. It was fun.
Mm.
You'll hear the audio eventually.
Oh yes, kids. I'll post that somewhere. Hold on. There we go. Go to set the mood for Daredevil. Oh, you can't even see it. Anyway,
like streamer lights, just pure red coming down from the ceiling.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's the color. I don't know. Anyway, kids, yes, Daredevil Born Again. See episode 8. When stuff's finally happening, and as we all ask the question, why didn't this happen 3 episodes ago?
Slow burn. I mean, you can't really do a slow burn with 9 episodes, in my personal opinion, though.
True.
I know a lot of people who've kind of tuned out.
Well, I think we would discuss that with Mr. Gregory Wright. It's just
Gregory
the dude, yes, the dude, the bro, yes. It's like 9 episode season. Why are we getting filler episodes? And then, things starting to actually start moving to episode 7 last week, so.
Yeah, like, for some reason it was in my head. I was like, oh, yeah, we got, 2 more. I was like, oh, no, we got 1 more. This is the penultimate episode. No.
Nope, not 10, 9.
So random. But, I don't know. Things are finally picking up. I still feel like I don't know. It hasn't really been giving me what I want. Honestly, I just want it to be about Fisk all the time. I'll say it fine.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're just splitting our time between so many characters, needless characters, too. No offense, Miss Duffy. And Cherry. And Josie.
I know. Oh, I know. Random appearance by Josie. But I'm just like, yeah, it's like, yeah, Kirsten and Cherry really aren't pushing that plot except for, oh, hey, Bullseye wants to talk to you.
It's like, why would you tell Matt that? You just want to blow up his life at that point.
I know. Oh, should I have not told you that? No.
So silly.
With the Bullseye prison escape, I mean, well,
I called it. I was like, obviously he's gonna escape by the end of the season, obviously. And they did the little the comic thing with the tooth, and I was like, oh, that's nice.
You know where that's from, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Where? It's not Daredevil.
Is that? Wait, it's a stupid Captain America thing, isn't it?
Streets of Poison, baby.
Yeah. I was like, yeah.
It's a Grunwald. Yes.
Scroll way down.
You know what? Maybe I'm just off my game tonight. But at first I was like, wait a minute, where'd he get the tooth? And I was like, oh, that's why he thanked Matt. That's why he thanked Matt for smashing his face into the table.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, so yeah.
So that was a fun. They try the little things, and I appreciate it. But this story has just been drug out so long, and it's all his little deputy mayors are kind of boring and kind of useless, except for Buck, obviously.
Yes. Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, we're going to get a bullet bullseye fight.
I feel like we might for season
Mm.
2.
Oh, you don't think next episode they're going to, like, at least throw
I
down
think we
some
have a lot to clean up than to be worrying about a bullet bullseye fight.
lot to clean up, like that suit?
Exactly. I can't and I was like, okay, we're just skipping to the end. You took a bullet for him. He would have
Mhm.
been fine. He would have been fine. The girth of that man, he would have been fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's taken damage before.
Yeah, exactly. But I get what we're doing. But yeah, I was just like, this whole episode just kind of was trotting along, and I'm like, okay. I was like, his life, like, I really liked Heather, and I was rooting for them, and Matt he just loves to blow his life up, and it's giving Tony Stark Captain a bad life decision.
Okay, Cherry.
It's the one thing we agree on, okay? And it's like I just want him to grow. Like a TV character needs to grow, you know? Like for all my qualms with like Oliver Queen, at least he did actually grow as a character. It took him a while.
Mm-hmm.
Took him every bit of all those episodes to actually become a full actualized character. But they got there, and I don't know if we're gonna get that with Matt. I don't
I
no tea,
mean,
no shade to the writers.
again, he is captain of bad life decisions, but you can say, turn it around the other way and be like, he's been kind of bottling everything up, not being himself for the last year since Foggy died.
Therapy. I'm just saying.
Well, he's banging a therapist. What more do you
That
want?
doesn't count. I can speak from experience. That doesn't count.
Oh my! Feeding Dr. Freud.
He wasn't my therapist. I'm just saying, it doesn't count when you bang a therapist.
Oh man!
Actually makes things way worse. Did we learn nothing from Seinfeld?
Did they judge your technique?
That's my job.
Oh my! That's what she told him.
And who the hell does Heather think she is? Does she not know the proper etiquette for a black tie affair? Like she's wearing a white dress. I'm like, you're not the guest of honor.
You're not Vicky Vale.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
I know, and poor Heather, man, that dress too. I mean, it must have been pretty cold in there.
Exactly. It was an interesting wardrobe choice for sure, and I mean, I guess it might have been. It had to be like obviously a costuming choice. So I was just like, I don't know how I feel about that. I think that's kind of rude to show up to somebody's black tie gala in a white dress with your nipples poking out.
Hey, I ain't complaining about that. Then Vanessa's wearing red. I was like, oh god, is that foreshadowing?
Of course. I loved when they walked in and he's in the full white suit with the white bows. I'm like, yes!
Oh yeah.
No more Hawaiian shirts for us. Yes!
Oh no, it's the mayor now. Come on.
Obviously, you don't know the history of New York mayor.
Well, no. I know that desk was LaGuardia's.
So that was a whole thing. I'm like, even though there's an airport named after him, like he has a bad reputation in New York history. So it's just kind of funny that that's the guy that his dad preferred.
Well, yeah, it's, the daddy issue thing.
All the best cowboys have daddy issues. I know.
But
like, good for Heather for standing up for herself. She's like, yeah, if a dude's checking out on you, peace out, homie. I don't need this.
Yeah, but I mean, after she finds out that Eddie went to talk to Bullseye, shouldn't she have drawn the conclusion, be like, well, is this about Foggy?
Clearly, but she also is dealing with her own trauma. She just killed a man.
That's true. I know. I was like,
I mean, it was kind of random how she just brought it up, and I'm just like, he's like literally leaving with his briefcase. Like, why are you? It's not the appropriate time. Like, do you just want to get cut off, left hanging and dangling until afterwards, or like?
And it's like, and how about Heather kind of blowing Matt off when he's like telling her Fisk is dangerous and stuff. I'm like, didn't Vanessa kind of tell you this hint around at the same thing?
Well, Heather thinks she knows everything.
Yeah, she does.
I love when Buck showed up and he's like, "How do you know that man?" And then Kingpin taking Vanessa to the guy. I was just like, oh, okay.
And she killed her lover. I mean, I don't know. Do you feel called out there a little, Hellfire?
No, never.
Sure, Jan.
Single. I'm not married. I can do what I want, guilt free.
No, I mean killing the guy after poisonous.
Sometimes roses need fertilizer.
Mm. We're calling bullets fertilizer now.
Just to keep my NSA agent happy. Yes.
So, and I know I was.
Like,
I love.
not a lot happened, but then like a lot happened. But like I feel like the Foggy thing just came out of nowhere.
Well, you knew it was going to come back up, especially if Bullseye showed up.
Like you actually didn't see him drinking Old Melvin, my friend, because you can't see.
Yeah, but I thought he'd be like, "Oh, I would have smelled it or something."
Just the way that they set it up, I'm just like, well, he couldn't see it, stupid. Like one of the first times where I'm like, ooh, that was lazy.
So what was Matt talking about? He said Foggy knew he won ahead of time. What was he talking about?
Because he was drinking the Old Melvin. That was like his celebratory drink for when he was winning a case.
Oh, yeah.
Like he didn't, I guess he hadn't realized that they had, I mean, because of course Matt is self-absorbed and he really wasn't taking the time to really like talk to Foggy.
Well, yeah, he was there, talking to Karen.
Superior puss.
And yeah. So I mean, he's been carrying this guilt around. Obviously, seeing Dex had brought up all those feelings, and so he's like, I get it.
I wouldn't exactly say he saw Dex.
Smelled him, felt him.
Oh, I know they're just like dropping him in the general population. It's like, well, yeah.
They were like, "Have fun, Agent Poindexter." I was like, "It's first of all, it's bad enough his last name is Poindexter. Second of all, yeah, you're law enforcement. Have fun, Agent Pop."
Exactly. Not even just like local cop. He was FBI too.
Yeah.
I was waiting for them to be like, "Oh yeah, he killed them all. He killed all the inmates or something."
I know. I thought that was going to be the point, but I just knew we were going to have a jailbreak. I just didn't. But he rescued himself, and you know what? I'm all for self-rescuing princesses.
Matt gave him the key, but
he had the wherewithal to go through with it.
Matt bounced his head off the table. Oh, you knew the minute he got anything in his hands or mouth, he was going to do it.
It was over.
Because again, kids, Bullseye, anything in his hands is a deadly weapon. So
strongest wrists down under.
I don't understand why this episode is called Isle of Joy either. Like these episode names have been so, with a few.
Yeah,
a few exceptions have been kind of.
That one kind of went over my head. But what's his face getting promoted to what is it? Assistant
Deputy Mayor of Communications.
Yeah,
we're going places, baby. And BB's like, oh no, we're not going places. I shall have Kingpin's head on a platter for killing my uncle. See,
I'm just pumping you for information, and he's like, as long as you're pumping me.
Exactly. I don't get what's the deal with Fisk and this kid. This kid's an idiot.
Like, yeah, I guess he just likes the sycophant, the guy who's around like, oh, you're the best, man. I love you, man. You don't do anything wrong, man.
I guess, but like, he's not gonna be able to do. He's not a mover and a shaker. You shouldn't piss Sheila off.
Yeah,
or whatever her name is. I think it's Sheila.
Well, and again, I mean, I don't want to keep going back here, but it's like, I mean, mirroring real world situations as he just, he enjoys surrounding himself with yes men and, hey,
yeah, but your yes men also need to be able to get things done. And I just feel like the kid doesn't have enough experience to get things done in New York, of all places. Like, there's a lot of greasing of the wheels. And
once again, real world, he'll give him the chance, but then the minute something F's up, he'll blame it on the kid and be like, yeah, get out of here, you're fired.
I want to know if that's his son. Like, he just has way too much, like, interest in this kid. And that's crazy, because if that's crazy, he made Vanessa kill her lover. And then for him, I just feel like that's his kid. I don't know.
Yeah, because... Well, then whose kid is it? Because that ain't Vanessa's. Because that kid's older than when they were
Bloody Marys. I don't know. Typhoid Marys.
Oh, did you see that? they talked to what's his face, who was God, was it the producer or somebody from the original Netflix Daredevil, and they said if they had gotten to season 4, they were going to do Typhoid.
Yeah.
Instead, we gave it to Iron Fist.
They were desperate to get eyes on Iron Fist. It's like, well, you could have just
I
gave it to
know.
Colleen, but whatever.
Oh, speaking of Typhoid Mary, I thought when BB's telling the commissioner, because he's like, Fisk was like the
She's
main.
like, no, really? Of course I fucking know.
I know, and the whole task force thing, and she says, "Yeah, everything I write isn't always under my name." I thought it would have been a great Easter egg if they would have shown or like told somehow to be like, "Oh yeah, her pseudonym was like Ann Nocenti or something."
That would have been great. That would have been great.
Or DG Chichester.
No, they wouldn't have done that.
No.
She's like, I read under the last name Ellis. That's just the kind of show this is. Those are the vibes.
Certain fabrics just set me off.
Exactly.
That's a Chichester chats joke there, kids.
I don't know. The task force is all unhinged. Like absolute power corrupts absolutely, and they were already unhinged. So.
Well, yeah, because like
frying a guy's hand. I mean, they might as well make him eat it. Don't waste the grease.
Deep fried it. I know, man.
It's like, that's not assault. This is assault. Okay.
We don't answer.
Crocodile Dundee.
Telling the commissioner, we don't answer to you anymore. Is basically what he's telling me. Is like, go eat a canopy or something. Yeah, scram. See.
Yeah, that swordsman getting blackmailed for some money. I'm like, well, you kind of deserve that, but.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the Hawkeye stuff. Yeah, I don't think he was always the greatest of guys either. So, but I was like, oh god.
If you're worth anything more than $1 million, you definitely didn't do anything ethical to get it. So
yeah,
eat the rich.
But then we get the whole Matt does show up, and there's like, I didn't know you were gonna show up, and Matt's like, well, I didn't know you're gonna wear that dress.
It's like, if you would have told me wearing the dress, I would have showed us.
No. You know why the nipples are popping, right?
Why?
She's dating a blind guy that's Braille.
Oh, Philip!
What?
You're canceled.
It's like
we can't be left to our own devices.
Exactly. We need a guest that we stay on our best.
I thought it was kind of elite that just to kind of jump forward a little bit, that Vanessa was the one that killed Foggy, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
I know, she's like just dropping it on him in the middle, like, maybe because what's his face came in and said, oh yeah, Poindexter escaped and stuff.
I'm like, how did Foggy figure that out? Like, listen, I love Foggy, but he's not the brightest bulb in the box. I mean, he still hangs out with Matt.
What did Foggy find out?
That he was putting the pieces together, and I'm just like, okay. I feel like that was just such a leap on that one.
Is that the reason? Because Matt was like asking her, he's like, why'd you have Foggy killed and stuff?
Yeah, because he was figuring out she was the new Kingpin.
Well, maybe.
That was my take on it anyway.
Either that or Daredevil's interfering in her operations.
I mean, you're always going to have vigilantes in Marvel's New York.
True. Oh, my Lord. So, yeah, she was... Yeah, I love Matt. Hi, can I cut in?
That was very bold of him.
Dex gets up there, gets his sniper rifle out, and then dummy Matt just throws himself in front of Kingpin and takes the bullet.
Crazy.
I think that's what he wanted to happen. He wanted Fisk to get shot, and while he thought Fisk was the one who had Foggy killed, but once he found out it was Vanessa, then he was like, shit.
Yeah. I think so too.
But oh my god! But that rifle went up, and I was just like, "Oh god, are we fridging one of these women tonight?"
No, I always had a feeling that Heather was gonna make it out, and Vanessa.
We still have one episode.
I think she makes it out. I think that Disney's too still on their woke shit to actually fridge a woman at this point.
I didn't know about the Power Man pain. I don't know.
Daredevil's got enough man pain all on his own.
True. But so how do you think Kingpin's going to react when he finds out? Yeah, Vanessa's the one who had Foggy killed, and
He's gonna have to protect her from Daredevil's rage, obviously.
Yeah, but Matt also saved his life. He threw himself in front of that bullet.
It's his wife.
Yeah, but she has betrayed him.
I think he's betrayed her too. So fair's fair. I mean, if you're gonna play tit for tat and stay around, it is what it is.
I don't know, man. With Matt taking that bullet, that's more penetration than Fisk's been getting from Vanessa.
We'll see. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this specific dynamic.
And he kept it from her for a year, or she kept it from him for a year.
Yeah.
She's keeping her secret. Oh, and how about that? Is that her spinning it? Where it's like, oh yeah, I knew you'd kill Luca. That's why I sent him to the restaurant.
No, I thought that was the plan. Period.
Oh,
that was my read on the take.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Because Luca was a troublemaker. Like, he was just not playing ball. So she's like, she pretends to play ball and go like, yeah, you can go kill my husband. We can run the city together. But
that's what I
gives her
sure.
husband the heads up. Yeah, that was my take on it.
I wasn't sure if that actually was the plan, or if she was just like, oh no,
what is it? If you're gonna hit the king, you better kill the king. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I just know. Freaking Dex is mad. So I was like, I had a perfect shot. How dare you?
Oh, so
OCD is just totally all. The vibes are bad right now.
So I wonder. So does he know? So is there any way Dex doesn't know that it was Vanessa's idea? And
I think he definitely knows. I think she was the one that kind of freed him, that set him on his rampage to go kill Foggy. That's why he wouldn't answer that question. He's like, it wasn't a Kingpin. It was somebody else, though.
But I'm thinking, does he think Kingpin dropped him in general population, though?
I think he knows. Or maybe Vanessa hired to kill him. I don't know. I mean, Vanessa is a dubious woman.
I know. I think,
love it. I'm here for kind of a female Kingpin, queen pin, if you will.
Like with our Betty Brant theory, I think has Vanessa been pulling the strings since like season 1 of Daredevil? I
would be so here for that, low key.
She figured out who Fisk was, then she's like, well, you know what? I can use this guy to climb my way up the underworld ladder here.
But a humble spice merchant, you say?
A humble art dealer, if you will.
Importer, exporter. Not in this economy.
Oh, no. That's right, kids. Everything's going up. The price of comics, everything.
Bro, I am so I knew eventually it was gonna have to happen, but this is like my final straw. And I'm like, my comics? The only thing that gives me joy, like the only real I was only at this point I was really only reading Spawn books at this point. So I'm just like, you mother.
It's always politics, because again, I told you back in the day, comics were $1. They had no tax on them. Then that damn George Bush Sr. put,
it's rotting our kids' brains. Tax them.
No, it was like it wasn't even that interesting. It was like some stupid tax on paper or something. And
it's always a paper tax. It's why we don't grow hemp. Like, why hemp? They don't make it viable. It's a whole racket. I know.
Then after
I don't know. I'm very sad about that. Like, it's the end of an era in so many ways for comics right now. And do we know if Free Comic Book Day is actually happening next month?
I haven't heard anything. Again, that was a diamond.
I know that the books were out and they've been printed, so like I don't know if they're gonna actually distribute them with the whole.
I saw something about.
And I haven't been to my comic book store in months.
I saw some article. Was it? I don't know if it was Bleeding Cool or something, but somebody said something about there's like a Spider-Man X-Men Free Comic Book Day issue coming out. But besides that, I haven't heard of any other.
Yeah, I heard they printed this year's ones, but I don't know if they're actually gonna get distributed. Like, now I have to go see my comic book guy. I've been kind of avoiding him.
Same.
So yeah, I guess I'll report back once I talk to him and see what he knows.
Yeah.
He had Lou Ferrigno not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So that's what made me think we're definitely not doing. He would save something like that for Free Comic Book Day. So that's what I'm like really got me thinking. I don't think we're having one.
Again, if we get anything, yeah, I'd say they might ship whatever they have or something. But
Yeah.
again, if
I don't know.
Dynamo, I was,
I'm just gonna blame the movies and TV shows. Kill comics. Disney killed the comic book industry.
well, I'd say Disney and Warner's because it's just like,
No, we're gonna leave Warner's out of this. It's
and again,
Disney's fault.
I mean, the prices have gone up more in the last 10, 15 years than they did like
The whole entirety of
I mean back in the day it'd go up like 10 cents or something but
yeah, it's been jumping 50, then it was $1, and then it was like $2.
no,
We're
it
kind
was
of
like
stuck at this like $5.99 price.
it was 75, then $1, then $1.25. Did we go to 150? I know eventually we got
Yeah,
to
then it was like
$2.25
$2.99. Yeah.
or something. Yeah,
I feel old.
I know.
But yeah, I don't know. I kind of actually was a little bored with this episode. Not gonna lie, I fell asleep for like 5 minutes.
Oh my. No, I was invested, but I was just like,
I
why
wasn't
couldn't
invested. It just,
I was. I mean, again, no Daredevil suit this time, but I was just like, why couldn't we have gotten this 3 episodes ago?
yeah. Like I said, I think that it's kind of like they should have just really made it more about Kingpin and just like Matt on the periphery. I think it would have worked a little better. Like I just feel like the frivolous characters don't add anything to the story. I just don't.
Yeah, it's like if we're gonna bring Kirsten, give her something to do other than just like, oh,
Worry about Matt.
yeah.
That's all. Like it's a good in theory, but like the execution's just been kind of like hit or miss for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was a little bored with this episode, just waiting. This show is lots of talking,
Yes.
and not like a Murphy Brown way or a Seinfeld way. It's just like
We don't come to Daredevil for talk.
exactly. You know what I'm saying. I come for the smarmy, smart aleck mouth and a little, and a whole heavy heaping dose of violence. We've been missing that.
You come to a Daredevil story for 2 things: fighting and ing.
Yeah, so I don't know. I find it very interesting where they're gonna leave us off. I mean, I feel like maybe this should have been. I'm curious about what the finale is. Then I feel like this should have been the cliffhanger. So like, what do they have in store for the next episode?
The show last 10 seconds of the next episode. Foggy's alive,
bro. If they do that, it'll redeem the season a little bit.
If he's alive, that's what they're gonna do.
Tell you the secret, the secret safe house.
Can you imagine like the first 5 minutes of like the first episode and then, the last couple seconds of the finale?
And he's watching the news. Oh, he put the suit back on. Damn it, Matt.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. That would almost be worth it for me.
Him and Karen are in witness protection.
No, Karen ain't in witness protection. She can take care of herself, clearly.
Or he's just living in San Francisco with her or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you got to get some.
But would
distance.
she really let Matt beat himself up like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, remember the Frank Miller born again. I mean,
Well, this
sold
ain't no Frank Miller.
sold his secret for some drugs. Yeah, well. Oh my god! And again, okay, not to get too far off topic, but did you see? I don't know if DC is going to be doing a new series of like podcast, like audio podcasts of some of their stories.
Yeah, they've been doing those for a while. Yeah.
Yes, I've listened to the first 2 chapters of Batman Year One. So
I'll never let it die.
No, of course not. So yes, kids, if you want to hear
your mother's a whore
in crisp, clean HD audio, yes.
I mean, I get why people found it compelling, but I've kind of grown.
Well, like you said, when your prefrontal cortex grows, yeah.
Yeah, when it's fully developed, that story is just like, I mean, it's artful, yes, but like, it's kind of like watching Austin Powers in 2025. It's like I laughed at it, sure, but I kind of cringed the fact that I laughed at it.
How about new?
Yeah, because I was just like, I was listening to the last. I couldn't 2 chapters. They weren't even that long, and I couldn't even do it in one sitting. But I was finishing it up today, and I was like, yeah, the whole Frank Miller again. I mean, I guess Frank Miller's tangentially tied to Daredevil, but it's like the whole Frank Miller thing is just, yeah, every guy's like cheating on his woman, but the women are the whores and stuff. You know, it's just like,
Welcome to the 1950s. Men of a particular age have a particular view, you know.
and he seems like there's something extra there, like some woman hurt him.
Oh yeah. You know, man pain.
Mommy
Either you girl from it or you don't.
Or mommy or an early girlfriend, somebody hurt this man.
Well, he never threw anybody off a bridge, to be fair.
That we know of.
I don't know. I feel like this episode was just kind of all over the place, and it was like too many logical leaps for me.
Yes.
But you know, and like I feel like the budget dropped in this episode or something. Like the color grading was a little bit off, especially down in that little bunker with Adam. I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's why we didn't get a lot of. Because I was gonna say, what kind of budget do we need? We had for a fancy party and like a blood pack, you know.
I don't know where the money went. That's all I'm saying. I don't know where the money went.
And a fake deep fried hand.
But you know, it's tantalizing, and we only have a week to wait.
Okay, I'm stupid this week. So that guy who was taking pictures, was that a reporter?
That's what they said.
Okay.
That's what they said. Who knows? It's hard to know in this show, to be honest. It could be like a secret superhero for all we know. Like this show, like they try so hard with the Easter eggs. It's like I feel like they don't really have to try that hard to tie Daredevil in.
Yeah. And I don't know. I guess maybe it was like a story-driven thing or something, or just like a narrative thing. But I'm just like, I know we saw her at least one like quickly once or twice before, but I'm like, man, we really haven't seen BB's face a lot until this episode. I'm like, and she's cute. I'm like, why is she on camera more? Why is it always like, oh, on the other side of the camera?
Artistic choices.
Well, again, that's another thing. We could have been doing more with BB before this.
Yeah, we haven't seen her report like the little video snippets in a while too, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah, no.
It's been like 2 episodes since we've seen some.
At least,
snippets.
Yeah. And again, even when they had her uncle, we saw little bits like every episode,
Well, I also think that in the narrative now, it's more about Fisk and his ego and how it's not room for anything else like that.
I mean, I guess it's a balancing act, but it's like, why, you guys had like supposedly kill off Foggy and introduce all these new characters. Well, what are you doing with them?
Bupkis. Yeah. It's a hard balance. It's like you want to set it apart from the original for whatever reason. This is what they wanted to do. And they've been kind of struggling to figure it out.
Or is that why you bring in all those new characters? Because people don't care about them as much. Like if you had Foggy and Karen in here, they'd be like, why aren't we getting as much Foggy and Karen time as we did on Netflix?
Absolutely, that's part of it too, I think. But again, I think it's a misnomer. Like they should have definitely just kind of given us like a Sopranos thing, focus more on Fisk. And that would have been, especially like in the wake of like how well the Penguin did. I'm surprised they didn't kind of retool in that direction. And it kind of almost feels like they did a little bit with Vanessa. Now that I think about it, but like I think they needed to lean more into the first family of crime, if you will.
Sopranos, you got Gandolfini's son. What more do you want?
I mean, I don't feel like the criminality, like it's not, the stakes aren't upped enough for me on that. I mean, like honestly, like it's New York, and more importantly, it's Marvel's New York. So there's like, I don't know, like I just don't feel like they're leaning into it hard enough. I feel like they shouldn't have had Muse. I feel like he was a distraction, almost.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna do Muse, they should have started him a lot sooner in the costume and killing people, or not used him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the biggest like detraction from the season for me so far.
Again, he almost seemed like filler,
which we don't need in 9 episodes. Like I said, you have freaking Vinny D. Like, come on, let him chew the scenery, please.
I mean, can you imagine if we had found out the whole, Vanessa was behind Foggy's murder thing, like
from her point of view,
by like episode 4, and then you're like, when's Matt gonna find out? When's Matt gonna find out? Because, I mean, we pretty much find out when Matt finds out.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like if you think about it, it makes sense, but not really. Like I said, I feel like that leap was just so big to take at
And it's like,
Josie's.
and it's like the
Oh,
penultimate.
he's just really not even like using his cane. He's just like he has been letting that mask crack wide open lately. That's not good.
He folded up that cane and put it on the tray. Oh.
I love the line. I guess you're not the only one wearing Chanel number 5. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Heather doesn't seem like a Chanel number 5 kind of girl. She seems like a Clinique happy girl, but whatever. I mean, like, Avi, to me anyway.
Oh, you know him, man. He's that blind man. He's even though he's completely blind, he saw them nipples on the other side of that rim.
Definitely radar vision's like, oh.
3D. All right.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like nothing like not a lot happened. Like I wanted a little bit more action from Dex's breakout. I guess I thought when he got on the bus he was gonna kill some people, but I guess we just didn't have time for it.
No, man, he had to go get his sniper rifle, and
Like,
I feel like
the show should just have more action.
I know. I thought he was going to kill a bunch of prisoners in that prison. I thought that was going to be his escape. They're going to be like
caused a riot and slipped out. That's what I thought too.
I thought it was going to be the call was going to be he killed inmates. How many?
He's on the loose. That's what I thought.
How many did he kill? All of them. Okay, so since Matt's still bleeding out on that floor, I wonder if Swordsman's still there. Is he going to fight? Try to fight Bullseye? Maybe.
No, he's not going to do that in a crowd full of rich people and give it away.
I mean, does he have a suit? Does he have a suit?
They showed his suit in that one episode with the clip.
Oh yeah.
Like, you also don't want to be swashbuckling in front of people anyway. You don't want to get like with his task with the vigilante task force. You don't want to give anybody any reason to suspect anything. I guess.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Fisk is he's a little aggressive. He's gonna shake you down.
I mean, again, I'm telling you, Fisk is gonna be conflicted. Because of the math thing. Because he's gonna be like, well,
we'll call it even.
He's a thorn in my side, but he basically pushed me out of the way and took the bullet. So
I know Vanessa's pissed. She's like, "Damn it! I could have been Queen of New York."
In public, the grieving widow, but then the crime boss of New York.
I don't know. I just want to see something real between Vanessa and Fisk. Everything feels like this really cold veneer between those two.
Well, it is.
I don't believe that they ever loved each other at this point.
He left. I mean, what the hell did he go and leave? What did he do? Why did he leave?
They had to make him bigger, stronger.
I mean, I'm still waiting
for the $6 million man treatment.
I'm still waiting for him. I mean, I'm still waiting for the comics to give us that explanation. But I mean, no, I was waiting for the explanation. He's making political allies so he can, make his run for mayor and stuff. But
I don't think that's what it was, though.
Yeah, but where was he going that he couldn't take her?
To the island of the hand, maybe? I don't know.
Because how great would that have been if neither one of them had been in the New York mobs for a while, and then he decides to make a comeback, and the gangs are like, "Oh yeah, get out here, old man," and then he has to crush more heads in car doors,
I don't know. Like, I just need more backstory. Like I said, I've always felt like they just lean too heavily on the Netflix stuff, but like at the same time, I feel like the Netflix stuff doesn't matter at the same time.
Yeah, but again, fill in more blanks. I mean, I know you still, you get the shakes when you hear flashbacks like Arrow, but I'm just like, you could have done more flashbacks. That way, Ellen and
the fact that they could have been done with them and they still kept going and then did flash forward. Like, you don't understand.
I know
how bad that pissed me off. I was like, 5 years, we're off the. Oh, damn it.
But again, if you did flashbacks, you still could have had Foggy in the show, even if it was just flashbacks. And fill in the blanks. What everyone's been doing.
I think specifically they didn't want to be tied to the show. I think that was a very fine line that they were trying to walk, and they kind of failed at it a little bit, in my personal opinion.
But again, it's like, yeah, I mean, we could use more backstory in everybody, especially these new characters. But again, we wasted an episode on the bank thing.
The big thing was cool. If we had like 13 episodes, that would have been a really awesome episode.
Yeah, yeah.
But we really didn't have time to waste. And I'm like, well, I mean, you set up the dinner. When the hell is the dinner then? Like, you're just gonna leave me dangling on the dinner?
And except for the Foggy death, I'm like, he didn't even put that damn suit on until what, episode 6?
Yeah.
It just seemed like
I don't know. Like I said, it's a fine line you have to walk when you retool everything.
I
And
guess, but again, take the first episode, or again, the first 2
the
episodes.
suits don't know what they're doing when it. I'm sorry. Like I've just never really cared for the MCU TV shows. It goes all the way back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I feel like everything's a commercial. They try too hard. Everything doesn't have to be connected. And that's why I like Fantastic Four.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., honey, let me mansplain to you why that was like the greatest MCU
Any show that takes
together.
anytime somebody tells me you can skip the first 16 episodes of a season, they don't matter. I'm not watching that show. That was literally the general consensus. Oh yeah, you can skip the first 16 episodes. Out of 24?
Cool City kept coming back in different forms. He was almost more powerful than Franklin Richards.
Almost. So that's just been my whole thing with the MCU TV stuff. It just doesn't. They've never found the balance for me. Like WandaVision, and then they expect you to like have seen that to watch like Multiverse of Madness, yada yada yada, Loki, and like
again,
before we pivoted away from Kang, they were gonna expect you to watch all of that TV show. So.
But I mean, it's like, I know you want to do a new thing. You don't want to do exactly what came before. But I'm like,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The
People
Netflix
that
show kind of gave you a roadmap. It's like, you had 3 seasons of, okay, what did people like? What didn't people like?
Yeah, and I don't think they learned those lessons very well.
They wanted to be completely different, but it's like, I mean, there was some talky in the Netflix stuff too, but again, they gave you some action.
they gave you some violence in that show too. I think if they would have balanced or at least gave me some sex scenes or something. We got one sex scene in the shower.
Yeah, it really wasn't that good.
Yeah, so it's like you got to give me something. You got to titillate me,
Oh yeah. What they tried to do.
I've just been kind of like waiting. It's like, oh, that's a cool idea. I wonder how long they're gonna take to like actually extrapolate upon it. And it's just, I don't know. Like it's always like a few cool ideas, but bad execution. So like, I just hope the season finale, is like gives what it's supposed to give. Because I mean, like I'm actually like more excited for season 2 than I am all the stuff that we're finding out, because they're gonna stop filming in July, so they're like filming right now. So there's a lot of leaks if you know where to look.
Ooh.
And we got that Matthew Lillard spoiler.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, did they say who he is?
No, they didn't say who he was, but just the fact that it's Matthew Lillard. I mean, if you know, you know. If you're a '90s kid, you know. We love Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Unproblematic king.
Yeah, we did see we're getting a black Daredevil suit, but
Shadowlands is my best bet on that one, though.
Yeah. Although, again, I told you, people were looking at when he went in his Daredevil closet on the roof, and
there's so many of them. Yeah,
all the different helmets and stuff. They're like,
I like the yellow suit, and I don't care what anybody says. I mean, maybe not so much for TV.
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to tweak that thing a little bit from what it looked like.
It'd be like yellow gray with like burgundy, probably, and the burgundy probably would come across a little purple, but it's okay. Not the She-Hulk thing, like that. Obviously, no, not that, but like the yellow suit, they could do something with it.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna pay homage, you have to pay homage to it all. You know, that's the thing about comics. Like a lot of that stuff was wacky, corny, cringy, but without it, we wouldn't be here. You know.
Yeah, we need season 2. We need Black Armor.
I would love it to be the actual Black Armor, though. But it just didn't look like it.
And they would have to thank him in the credits then.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes people are just really petty, unfortunately. I know they're kind of sometimes petty at DC and Warner Brothers. So, I don't know. It probably goes both ways on both sides of the street.
I mean, they were thanking people with this season in the credits. I did see,
Yeah, I know, like the wrong people though.
Some right, some wrong. Yeah, no. Like was it last episode or the one before? I know they think like Ando's sentient
Yeah,
stuff. I'm like, yeah, you better. Well, Bullet and stuff. That was her
yeah.
creation. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, like I said, all the potential that this show has with all the like characters that were just kind of like waiting to fulfill their destiny, as it were. It's just like,
Mhm.
come on, stop edging me.
Oh my! Oh my! There's a Trump.
Like it's just the worst.
Oh my! Yeah.
To keep along that born again theme, we did pop our cherry, but like I don't know, we might go back to to being celibate here. If we're, I mean, I was surprised we didn't get the suit this episode.
Yeah, but again, well, they kind of did that in the first season of Netflix, though, too. They kind of held off on the bread suit until the last episode of season 1.
True, true. But we're past that. Like I said, so much has happened. We're so
Wait,
past that.
We don't even get like the black suit. I'm just like, what the hell?
No training, no meditation, no thought. I mean, like it's just so weird. Like Matt
No,
just being on this downward spiral.
no priest and then nothing.
Like
Oh
take
my
him to
god,
church, give him a confessional, please, something. I
something.
don't know what's going on with Matt. You
I think
know,
I think the Josie thing was the closest thing we're getting to a confession.
I guess.
Oh my lord! What if they did go full Frank Miller? What if Karen's been making some movies in San
I don't think
Francisco?
so. I don't think Deborah would come back. Deborah Ann would have came back for that.
You think? I mean, if not Foggy, you think she's coming back in the finale?
They said she was,
Okay.
but that was again. It's hard to really piece through the stuff now at this point. I believe it when I see it, kind of thing.
What if Vanessa or somebody goes full nuts and like threatens Karen and like season 2's in San Francisco?
I would kind of love that,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think we're gonna take that risk.
I was gonna say, do you know where they're filming
Although
season
they
2?
did make mention that Miss Marvel was out there, so I don't know. Out there on the West Coast, I think that would be fun, and it would definitely give the show a distinction.
Wait, she's on the West Coast?
Yeah, that's what her dad said. She's out visiting friends out there.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like there's hints and a possibility that we could get that, but I don't know. They're too busy playing it too safe, I think, with this show, unfortunately.
Say at least the premiere, season 2 premiere or something.
That would be so awesome.
Mm.
You know, I love a little San Francisco Marvel. I do.
Oh my god, it'd be so CGI'd, but him swinging off like the bridge and stuff.
So CGI.
Oh,
He couldn't get enough momentum on that bridge. I'm sorry.
oh my!
The people would run him over if you know, you know. Shout out to the Bay Area.
Hey, you never underestimate Matt Murdock's hip momentum.
Touche, good sir. Touche.
Oh, hey, before we get out of here, we haven't really talked any Daredevil comics. We finally wrapped up that that arc that's been going on since issue 1 in issue 19. What do you think of that ending? I mean,
I guess.
you kind of saw it coming.
Yeah, it's like I wasn't surprised.
Here, pick who's gonna die. Okay.
So random.
Yeah.
But what was that? Daredevil Cold Day in Hell #1.
Yeah. What you think of that?
Now this is one. Shout out to Charles Soule and
Mm.
Steve McNiven. I like this.
Yeah.
It's like old man Matt, and he's got no powers, but he's still out there with his Billy Club line, and he's just doing his thing, and he's serving soup at a food. Like this is the Matt that I know and love. This makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now it was a $7 book if you haven't picked it up, but I think it's worth it. I thought the art was really well and the story was really good.
Yeah. I liked it. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing here.
Yeah. Like, this is what more, and it's a 3-shot, but it had a strong start.
Well, again, if it's gonna be like a $7 book, I'm glad they're not milking it for like 6 issues. Yeah.
And I'm afraid that that's gonna be like the new norm. $5.99, $6.99 is gonna be the new norm.
Oh,
And
they said something about what did they say $4.99 or $5.99 is
$5.99.
what Marvel's edging towards. Yeah, now that McFarlane
And like the big books are gonna be like $6.99. Like the Spider-Man books are gonna be $6.99.
Oh yeah, another new issue #1 of that's coming up.
Good luck. Godspeed. In this economy, have fun.
Yeah, I know.
I've really cut back on my books. Only books that I really, truly, super care about.
Me too.
It's a tough break right now. I was like, I needed something to make me happy, but like, Mama's got to budget her money right now.
Exactly. And it's like it was bad enough as it is before. Now with the tariffs, it's going to get worse.
Comic book nerds, this is our time to rise. Shout out to all the Lex Luthers out there.
Mr. President, you must save our comics.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. There's a lot of good stuff that I was willing to give a try, but like I just have to cut my budget this year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Daredevil still remains to be a really good, solid book. I'm glad we're past that first arc finally.
After 19 issues.
I mean, that's the new norm too, right?
Oh yeah. Again, it's like instead of writing like one shots or like two parters, now it's like floppies are like chapters in a book.
Yeah, that's like, babes, if I wanted that, I'd be reading manga. Like, I don't know how to tell you.
Well, maybe that's them trying to chase that success because manga.
Well, it's different, total different vibes. It's like,
well,
yeah. It's like no. I need like at most 4 issues to tell a story. That's what I feel like. Back in my day.
Are you saying maybe Mr. Brevoort is not making the smartest decisions?
Oh man, I thought you'd like him. He is petty and he is doubled down.
Not when it comes to that Spider-Man marriage. I'm not.
It's crazy out here. It's like, babes, in this economy, you better be kissing ass to your consumer at this point.
Exactly, and it's like, oh, yeah, well, these old people. Well, who do you think you got? You're not getting.
Yeah, the young people ain't. I'm sorry, I just know for a fact, young people ain't reading. Like when
No.
I'm at a Comic-Con, unfortunately, like the Comic-Con that I went to, I saw like people with their like little small kids, but there were like maybe a few teenagers, but they're like mostly like in their late 20s and
I was gonna
above.
say the youngest demographic you're really getting is the 20 sums, right?
Yeah, at best.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's the other thing. I swear to God, unless I misheard it, at the end of that DC podcast, the Batman Year One thing, they were saying, I don't know, you can check out this story on DC Universe, Infinite or whatever, and I don't know if they were offering like free trials or whatever, but I swear to God, they said something like DC Universe Infinite isn't for kids. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, you know what? I get it. Not everything has to be for kids, but how about you could write stuff that's like, some comics for kids.
all ages.
Yeah.
Listen, they still have Scooby-Doo, so Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo meets Batman. They have that Batman and Son with Damien as a little kid. Like, they have stuff, but they don't really push it, unfortunately.
Shouldn't a Superman book be for kids? Kids could read it.
Not in the year 2025.
I know that's not the way it is, but shouldn't that be the way it is?
I mean, we should have a Superboy book.
Well, yeah.
I mean, ideally with crypto, but we don't have that for some reason.
Supergirl book, something.
Supergirl.
Well, I mean, again, too. I mean, love her hair. I mean, she's getting a movie next year.
So we'll see.
I guess.
Yeah, it's just so much. Like Marvel just doing too much. I think they need to just reset and really think about what they want.
And again, treat everything as their own separate entity. I don't need the comics to look like the shows and the movies.
And vice versa, yeah.
Exactly.
Although, good news, X-Men 97 is coming back pretty soon here.
Ooh, when? This year?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think the summer, they said.
Oh, that might be some episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, they need to do stuff like that.
Exactly.
They need to give into our nostalgia. Like, they didn't fight the nostalgia with that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How about
I don't think that they should have. They fought the nostalgia on the Daredevil show for whatever reason. I think that's just to their detriment.
I know.
So on that note,
oh well, hey, all right, well, kids, not only is next week the not the penultimate, the season finale of Daredevil Born Again, but it's going to be the last episode of The Devil You Know for a while, kids.
For a while.
Well,
Ever.
never say never on this show, but on this podcast. But yeah, no, yes, kids, because starting in May, we're going to retool. We're retooling.
We're retooling to a number one, baby.
Everything, including the stuff on Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks, is going to get poured into 2 weekly episodes of Capes and Lunatics. And it's going to be a group chat, myself, Lilith, Justin, Kristen, Tyler.
And some
again,
special guests along the way.
Oh, yeah. Still, I'm working on guests. Again, I'm... You'll still get your monthly dose of Chichester. You'll still get your monthly dose of Ray, supposedly. Will Allred should be stopping by at least once a month. So yeah. So, and again, when Daredevil stuff comes up, we'll talk it. So the show will be live in spirit.
Oh well, we'll see you next year for season 2 for sure, probably.
Well, I mean, if you see a comic you like, you'd be like, oh, this one was all right.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about it, I guess. But I'm just saying for the next year for season 2, we probably will.
Or if there's like news about, it's like, oh, yeah, look at this leak from season 2.
There's so many already. It's kind of crazy.
I know.
Marvel gave up on trying to keep the leaks plugged.
That's right, kids. So yes, we're not going anywhere. So yeah, starting in May, we'll get 2 weekly episodes.
Streamlined.
Yeah,
for your convenience.
2 weekly episodes of Capes and Lunatics. And of course, your WWE report will still be here once a month. So,
as I like to call it, the family affair.
Except for this month when we do 2 episodes because WrestleMania is 2 nights.
420.
419 and 420. Yes, you are correct, Little Hellfire. Oh, you know what she's going to be doing on Easter, kids?
Helping the kids find their Easter eggs, of course.
Lilith's going to be doing her Easter candy, kids.
Talk about your Easter grass.
Oh, nice. Oh, my. All right. So, don't eat them jelly beans. All right. All right, kids. So, yes, we'll send us your thoughts. Again, we can talk your Born Again thoughts next episode. And again, just keep sending them in because we'll still be here in one form or another. So, for everything, and especially we do all Capes and Lunatics. Send us all the thoughts, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find pretty much any episode of everything we've ever done either on our YouTube channel or at capeslunatics.wordpress.com. And again, you can help support us by buying merch on Team Public and Spring. And of course, as always, Love Hellfire demands that you rain random money on us through the Cash App link. If you don't want to eat your deep fried hand, yes, you would do that. And of course, the Patreon. The Patreon is not going anywhere, right, Love?
No, I don't think so.
We need the money. Gimme. So yeah.
Nice.
So yes.
I just heard the greatest drop ever.
Who said it?
I did.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you have plenty of jobs like that.
We need the money. Gimme.
Yeah, so the Patreon's not going anywhere. You'll get exclusive uncensored content from me, Lilith. Maybe we'll drag some of our friends in here for this. So subscribe to the Patreon. Tell us what to do. Find that at patreon.com/capesandlunatics. It's fun. It's, like I said, it's exclusive. It's uncensored. And it's
more vicious and brutal than ever.
All right, well, anything you want to promote?
No, I'm done promoting for the year. I mean, that I know of. Always open to do a panel, though.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, I can't wait to hear the audio. I haven't even heard it yet, kids. All right, and of course, Blue Sky. You Blue Sky? You skeeting?
I try, but social media is just not it for me right now.
I know.
I feel so good, not having to go on social media.
I'm trying to do more, but basically, I'm just posting our episodes and stuff. Although once it's all streamlined, then I'll only have 1 or 2 accounts on each thing. It might be better. So
yeah.
All right, kids. So again,
What are your predictions? Come on, get hype. We got one more episode.
Yep, you got a week, kids. You got a week. Send us your well, if you're listening to us on the podcast tomorrow morning, yes. No, you have till Tuesday night, 10 p.m. That's when we record. So,
you know, we do still have no prizes. So if you want to send in a theory and it's the closest, let us know. You might get a no prize.
I do have prizes. Yes, as I was cleaning through this room this week, I was like, hey, here's the prize box. Hey-oh. All right. So yeah, send us your thoughts, and again, helps. We'll celebrate the end of Daredevil Born Again and the end of the Devil You Know. So be bittersweet. All right. Play that music. All right. Yeah. Again, next time you can send us your thoughts on the Daredevil comics. But again, yeah, send us your Born Again. Watch the episode. Get on your thing quick and send us your thoughts. I was almost gonna email Dan Chichester and be like, "Hey, you should come on even just for a quick 5 minutes tonight." Be like, "What? That Greg Ray can't show up? Oh man, what a wuss!" He said he has a meeting after probably beer crafting thing. So yes, Greg Wright may join us next week.
We'll definitely catch up with DG Chichester and get his thoughts on this.
Oh yeah. New Chichester chats on the Daredevil one is coming here soon. So by then we'll have the finale. So yeah, he can give you your thoughts. All right, kids, come back next time. It's gonna be big. Remember, it's better to be with the devil you know
than the devil you don't.